Hey guys, it's Tina and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another story time video. Well, kind of, because it's not really going to be a story. I am going to talk about my experiences with lucid dreaming. So it is my experience, so I guess I'm kind of telling something, but not technically a story. Bottom line, it's not a beauty video. This cutie right there was a birthday gift from my cousin. So as I said, in this video I am going to talk about my experience with lucid dreaming. So in case you don't know what lucid dreaming is, there's a lot of information about it online, a lot of videos here on YouTube about it, a lot of articles. I did my research a long time ago about it because I've had some very interesting experiences with lucid dreaming, and I've had lucid dreaming. I was lucid dreaming for a very long time, till this day actually, so I really wanted to research it. So I really encourage you to do that if you're interested in this topic. Any case, what lucid dreaming is basically is when you are dreaming, and in your dream you are aware that you are dreaming and you are able to change things and kind of control your dream. This is like a technical term of lucid dreaming, but there is a lot more into it. I personally find it very interesting. So when we're dreaming, usually we're not really feeling a dream as much, even when we remember it in the morning. We don't really taste, we don't always feel, we don't always like feeling, you know, not feelings, like feeling, touching things. We can't really smell things, we can, a lot of the times we can't read, it's all like gibberish. But this is not the case with lucid dreaming. When you are lucid dreaming, you can feel, you can taste, you can hear, you can smell, you can feel everything like it's reality. But the catch is that you are aware that you're dreaming. So your brain knows that you're dreaming, you know that it's not real, you know that it's not really happening, but it feels like reality. It's all, you can, as I said, feel, taste, hear, smell, everything to its fullness, so you can really live the dream to its fullness. And also, because you're aware that you're dreaming, you can manipulate the dream, you can make things happen, you can live it to its fullness, you can change things. So it's really cool when you think about it that way. Although there is a more dark side to lucid dreaming, there is some downturns, some things that might be dangerous when lucid dreaming, but I'm not going to get into that altogether in this video because as I said, in this video I really want to talk just about my experience with lucid dreaming. But let me know in the comments below definitely if you want me to do a video all about lucid dreaming and not getting in depth about it all, because I really did my research. So a lot of people will tell you that lucid dreaming is dreaming and knowing that you're dreaming, but really there is a lot more into it. As I said before, there are several levels, different levels of lucid dreaming. There is a lot of ways of lucid dreaming, so it's really a lot more complicated than that. Some people that have lucid dreams just know they're inside a dream, but they can't really manipulate the dream. Some people know that they're dreaming, but they don't really remember where they are now, what they're doing, you know, what day it is, what time it is, stuff like that. Some people can manipulate the dream, but in a very slight way. Some people just stay in that dream as a like an observant, so like they just watch and enjoy the show. I watched recently a video of Kendall Ray with her husband Josh about lucid dreaming. It's a very interesting video, you should watch that as well. And she said that she has lucid dreams and she's just kind of observing the dream. So she's living in the dream, she knows she's dreaming, but she's not doing much. She just kind of sits back and enjoys the show and watches the dream and maybe changes slight things here and there. Other people really change drastic changes in their dream, really create things and do things, but not everybody is capable of doing such things in the dream. So for my experience with lucid dreaming, I have one of the, I think, most like top levels of lucid dreaming, because not only that I can really change a lot of things in my dreams, I can really make things happen, I can really live the dream to its fullness, I can feel, taste, hear, smell, everything feels like a complete reality in the dream. Not only that I'm aware that I'm dreaming and I know it's a dream, I also remember what happens, like in the dream, I remember what happened the day before in my reality, and also I know what day it is, where I'm sleeping right now, what I'm doing right now, and what I need to do the next day, what day it's going to be the next day, you know. So on that level, which sometimes can be a little frightening. As I said, there is a more dark side to this, but we're not going to get into it. So I don't really know even when I started lucid dreaming and for how long I've had lucid dreams, but I did have a period of time about 4 years ago when I was lucid dreaming every single night for a period of several months, maybe even a year. And that's when I really started getting into lucid dreaming and really getting interested in that and really doing my research. And also that's when I found out what lucid dreaming is. So it all started 4 years ago, as I said, when I was living with my ex-boyfriend, John. You probably know him from other StoryTime videos that I had about him. And I just started having lucid dreams every single night, and I kind of enjoyed it. I really liked it because it is really cool, let's be honest. So one morning I woke up from lucid dream and I told John about this lucid dream that I've had. And I was like, you know, very natural about it. I was like, oh, I've had this dream tonight where you know you're dreaming, you know, that kind of dreams. And then I started kind of telling him about the dream and he was like, whoa, wait, what do you mean that you know you're dreaming? And I was like, you don't have that sometimes? And he was like, no, what do you mean? And I said, you know, those type of dreams that you dream but you know you're in a dream, so you know you're dreaming and then you can do whatever you want because it's not real and nobody will remember it, you know? And he was like, what? That is so cool. And I was shocked that he didn't know what it was, because for some reason, I guess because I've had it for a very long time, I guess I've always had it, I for some reason thought that this is dreaming, that it's like a type of a dream that people have sometimes. And apparently not everybody has lucid dreaming. So I went to a mission to find out what people and how many people have this. Maybe just John didn't have it, but most people have it. So I've asked my mom, I've asked my cousin, my friends about it, and like 90% of them told me that they didn't know what I'm talking about, thought it was really cool, and that they never had this experience. So here I started to be very interested in this, and I went online and started doing my research. I've researched about it, I've watched so many videos and read so many articles about it. I really wanted to know all about it and how it happens and why it happens and what types of lucid dreaming people have, because I started to get really interested in that, because I always thought it was something natural, but apparently it wasn't. So I have found out that a very small percentage, I'm not sure what number exactly, but a very small percentage of people in the world have this type of lucid dreaming as I have. A very small percentage of people altogether have lucid dreams at all. Another percentage of people try to have lucid dreams on purpose, and it is actually possible. So if you want to lucid dream to experience this, you can actually make it happen by doing a few steps, and you can again research it online. There are a few ways of making yourself lucid dreaming, and then a very big percentage of people never have lucid dreams. I'm sorry if you can hear my neighbors, they're driving me crazy. I'm gonna put some background music and hope you won't be able to hear them. So a very big percentage of people never had lucid dreams. Obviously, I found this even more interesting now, that knowing that not a lot of people have it and that a lot of people actually try to have it. People like research it, they go to labs and stuff like that just to make it happen. So right now, as far as I know, as far as I researched, there aren't a lot of answers about this phenomena. Not a lot of people really know what is this, and we're still on the works to research it, how it happens and why it happens, and how you can maybe make it happen even faster. But that's what's interesting about it. That's what I find fascinating about it, that we don't really have a lot of answers, and that is something so cool and so interesting. So as I was doing my research, John became obviously very interested in this as well, and he really wanted to have lucid dreams as well. So he tried to make it happen. He asked me a lot of questions about it, and that way I really started to get more and more involved in all of this. And then we watched the movie Inception. In case you haven't watched it, I really recommend it. It's one of the best movies that I've watched, I think. Maybe also because I'm really relatable to this video, to this movie.
I specialize in a very specific type of security. subconscious security.
You're talking about dreams?
We create the world of the dream.
Obviously, it's really exaggerated and involves a lot of fantasy and stuff like that, but it's based on facts about lucid dreaming. So it's a really interesting movie, and then after we watched this video, John started asking me even more questions about it that made me even more interested in that, and so this is how I got really involved in all this at that time. Nowadays I do have lucid dreaming every once in a while, but not as often as I've had during that time. So my dreams were very vivid, and I've had some really interesting experiences with lucid dreaming. I'm going to tell you about two of them just because I've had so many, but these are the two that I remember the most probably. It really got me into researching and reading a lot about brain, about how the brain works, about subconscious mind. I just got really interested about all of this because it all ties together. So one of the things that it said about lucid dreaming is that when you are dreaming, not just lucid dreaming, just dreaming, it's your subconscious mind kind of playing pictures from your past, from your thoughts. Everything is just projected about everything that maybe you're thinking about and your day and stuff like that, and it all gets into this kind of a story that you see while you're sleeping. And sometimes you remember it, sometimes you don't, but with lucid dreaming you remember everything when you wake up. And what's interesting about lucid dreaming is that during lucid dreaming you have an approach to your subconscious mind. Because you are dreaming, you are seeing everything that your subconscious mind is showing you, and then you know it when you are dreaming. One of the things that I've read is that you can actually ask questions, ask your subconscious mind questions while you're sleeping and lucid dreaming, and that way get answers, because your subconscious mind, this is something that I've read that doesn't have to do with lucid dreaming, but it all ties together. As I said, your subconscious mind, it's very interesting that it holds so much information that you aren't aware of, because your conscious mind is what you are aware of and your subconscious mind is back here and you're not aware of this. But your subconscious mind, your brain, is collecting all of the information from the very first day on Earth, and from your very first day on Earth and up until this day today. It collects all of the information, everything that you read, everything that you see, everything that you experience, and it kind of sorts all of the things that you see and read and hear and into important things and things that are less important, things that you need to know subconsciously and things that you don't really need to know, things that will help you in life and things that won't help you. That way we have this thing that is called survival instinct. When people are in danger or stuff like that and they suddenly can do things or remember things that they never remembered, things that they never could have done, because your brain and your body is capable of so many things that are just pushed back to not interrupt your everyday life, because there's just so much that we can store in our conscious mind, you know, but you do have everything in your subconscious mind. So sometimes you can see it in your dreams, and sometimes you can approach it in certain like times when you are in danger or stuff like that. Okay, we're getting too deep into it. There's just so much about it. This is such an interesting topic. Again, I really encourage you to research, and again, let me know in the comments below if you want me to do like a separate video all about that. So a year ago, I've had a very tough time in my life. I've had a lot of problems, a lot of things that I really had to deal with, and it was very hard for me. And I remembered that during that time, 4 years ago, when I was researching about lucid dreaming, it said that you can approach your subconscious mind when you're lucid dreaming and ask yourself questions. That's why people say that if you use 100%, if we would use 100% of the potential of our brain, we could do anything, because you have so much information in your brain. And it said that all of the answers to all of your questions and all of your needs are inside your own mind, inside your own brain, but you can't really have access to it. And during lucid dreaming, you kind of have. So I decided to try it out, and I thought, okay, if I am going to have a lucid dream, next time I'm going to have a lucid dream, I'm going to ask my subconscious mind, what can I do to make my life easier? What if there is anything, any answer to my questions, if there's anything I can do to make my life easier at that time when it was really hard. So I went to bed and I decided that this is what I'm going to be doing, and what do you know, that night I've had a lucid dream. It's like I told my mind that I want to lucid dream, and in that dream it was kind of like a war going on or something like this, and there was a lot of like bombing and airplanes throwing bombs and buildings going like on fire. It was like really scary, but I was hiding behind like a dumpster or something like this, and there were people running around screaming, and there were some like workers right there, like builders or something like that, and one of them was hiding right next to me behind that dumpster. And in that second, when I watched like a building going on fire, I realized that I was dreaming. At that point, the lucid dreaming really started, when I was realizing that I was dreaming. And I remembered that I went to bed with the intention to ask my brain, my subconscious mind, a question. And so I thought, okay, how do I do that? Do I just like ask loudly out loud, or just ask like inside, or what do I do? And then I looked at this worker or builder that was next to me hiding behind that dumpster, and I thought to myself that everything that I see around me right now is my subconscious mind, and the people, the characters of this movie, of this dream, are my subconscious mind as well. This person is my subconscious mind. So I just looked at him and I asked him, I was like, I need to know what I can do. What can I do? Is there something that I can do to make my life easier? What are some answers to my questions? What can I do to make my life easier right now? And he just turned around, and suddenly I could hear only his voice. Suddenly I couldn't hear all the bombing and the noise around us, and he was like looking into my eyes, and he said, just take it easy, just let it go, everything will be okay, stop thinking so much. And I was like, whoa, okay. And then the bombing sounds and the noise started, like, came back to me again, and we were running and stuff like that. But then I woke up and I was like shocked. I thought, whoa, this is so cool. I am going to listen to this person, which is my subconscious mind. I can't even describe it. Maybe it sounds like crazy or silly, but it was so cool that suddenly I just couldn't hear anything beside his voice and him saying those words. It was just so like mind-blowing. The second dream that I wanted to tell you about was kind of a lucid dream. It was during that time when 4 years ago, when I've had a lot of lucid dreams, one after the other every night. But this one in particular was really, really cool, because as I said, your brain stores everything that you hear and see throughout your life in your subconscious mind, but you might not be aware of it. So you're gonna see in a second how it comes together and how it ties together. So when I was back in high school, I was kind of an emo kid sort of thing. I really liked listening to rock music, but I've liked a lot of bands. And one of the bands that I really liked their music was Red Hot Chili Peppers. They weren't like my favorite band to the point where I would learn all their lyrics or anything like that, but I would just listen to them every now and then, as I said. So fast forwarding to 4 years ago, I was going to bed and I've had this dream, which only from the middle of the dream it became a lucid dream. So only in the middle of the dream I realized that I was dreaming. And in the dream it was like a dawn time outside, and there were a lot of people getting ready to some kind of a concert, and they were just making this, like getting everything ready on the stage and like outside the stage, like all the stools and stuff. And there was a bridge, like a glass bridge right above the stage. So I remember like going on top of this bridge, and at that point I realized that it was a dream, and I decided I don't want to do anything. I just want to enjoy it because it was like dawn outside, as I said. So I just went on top of this glass bridge, looking at the sunset, enjoying like everything, looking around, looking at the people downstairs, and I was alone. And while they were getting ready to the concert, there was music playing very loudly in the background, and it was the Red Hot Chili Peppers Californication song. And That song I didn't hear at that time for maybe 4 years. I never really knew the lyrics of the song, maybe just a few here and there, but I never really knew the words of the song, but I really liked it. And from that point on, I really liked the song, really liked it because of that experience. So I went on that glass bridge and I was starting to sing along with the music, with the song. And in the dream, because I was aware it's a dream, I thought to myself that it was very interesting because I didn't remember, I knew in the dream that I don't remember all of the lyrics. So I started listening to this song in the background of my dream and learning the lyrics as it played along, and started singing the lyrics of the song with the song as it played along, realizing in the dream that I'm singing words, that I know the words. And as soon as I woke up, I sat on the bed, obviously I remembered the dream, and I was kind of shocked, and I thought there's no way that these are the real words, right? Never really knew the lyrics of the song, and the last time I've heard it was like 3 years ago. So I sat on my bed and I started very quietly, slowly singing the song and repeating the words that I've heard in my dream. And then before anything, I went to my computer and turned on this song on YouTube on my computer, and I just closed my eyes. I was very nervous to find out if it's real or not, but I closed my eyes and listened to the song, and I started singing the words, the lyrics, with the song on YouTube playing in reality, not in the dream, and I knew every single word. I don't know how it happened. I was in shock all day. I told John, I told my mom, I told everybody. I don't think anybody remembers it, but it was so crazy to me. It was exactly in the time when I was researching about lucid dreaming, and it all tied together. I thought, okay, so I have this information back in my mind, in my subconscious mind. I knew all the lyrics because I've heard the song so many times, but I never really paid attention to the words, so I never really sang the words. But apparently, I guess the words always were in my subconscious mind, back in my mind, and now I remember them, and I don't even know how, after 3 years after I've heard the song for the last time. Till this day, I don't know how it happened. From that day on, for a period of about 2 years, this song, Californication, was my ringtone on my phone. I think that in one of my videos you can even hear it when it rang in the background. I've got a phone call during one of my videos, and you can hear this song. That's why I was obsessed with this song for so long, only because of that dream. That was so cool. Obviously, I sang the song every day because I was so excited that I know all of the words of the song without even trying to memorize them, or trying to understand what they're singing, or trying to read the lyrics while the song is playing anyway, or learn the lyric. All from a lucid dream. Anyway, this video is probably already 40 minutes long. I didn't intend it to be so long, but there's just so much into it. Even still, I feel like I haven't covered a fraction of it. So definitely let me know in the comments below if you want me to do another video all about lucid dreaming and tell you a little more about it, because I'm not sure if you will be interested in this. Not sure if everybody will love this type of video. Let me know in the comments below if you did. Give this video a thumbs up on the way out. It would really help. I would really appreciate it. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. I upload videos twice a week, Tuesdays and Saturdays, so make sure to click that little bell button below to get notified every time I upload a video. And I'm going to talk to you all on Saturday. Bye.